With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, today we are going to solve this question here, and the question says find the integration and find the area of the region bounded between the line, and the equation of the line is x equals 2, and we have also given a curve that is parabola, and the equation of the parabola is y square equals to 8x. So students, firstly for solving out this question, and we will firstly draw the diagram here. So for solving the diagram, let's just see how we can solve the diagram here. So let's just draw the axes, and then after drawing the axes, what we can do is we can see where would that parabola, that the equation of the parabola is this one, y square equals 8x. So if you compare this parabola with this one, y square is equals to 4ax, this is of this type, that would lie like this one if you draw it. So we can draw it like this. So this is our required parabola. And students, we can also do one thing. We can start drawing that where would we locate this x equals 2 line. So x equals 2 line, for drawing this line, we need to see where it would cut the x-axis. So that would be this point. If we find out, if let's say this point is 2 comma 0, so the line would lie like this, and we can write it over there that this is y square equals 8x and this is x equals 2. So the area that is bounded by these two curves would be we can say this one. Okay students, so now we know that of what area we need to find the integration, and so using that we can easily find the area. So students, one thing is also that we can observe here, that this graph is symmetrical about x-axis. Why? Because when you just fold this graph around x-axis, so you will find what, that this is just the same. So for finding out the area, so therefore area of required curve would be equals in 2 times integration of, we can say, y dx, but we need to see what limits we need to take here. So for finding the limits, we need to see the graph is going starting from there to this point. So for finding out the limits, the origin has coordinates 0 0, and here the limit of x is 2. So the limits would definitely will go from 0 to 2. So now the next step would be 2 times 0 to 2. We need to find this value of y here. So students, for finding out this value of y here, what we can do? We can just see this equation here, y square equals 8x. So if you find the value of y from there, it would be under root 8x, and as we know that what would be the under root of 8? That would be 2 under root 2, and we have x also inside that. So students, we can put up the value of y as 2 under root 2 of x dx there. Okay, and now for finding out the integration of this integrand, there are two constants. One is 2 and another is root 2. So what we can do is we can just bring that constant out, and then we can simply keep the terms of all x integrand inside the integration, and now we can multiply these all constants in the next step, and that would definitely gives us 4 under root 2 0 to 2 under root x dx. So now let's see how we can integrate this integrand. So students, as we know that xn dx, if the integrand is of this type, what we can do is xn plus 1 upon my n plus 1 plus some constant of integration we have. So students, we are going to apply this formula here. So students, what we can do here is, for finding out the further integration, what we can do is, we can just simply apply this formula, and that would definitely gives us x to the power. So under root, if you see under root, so under root is nothing but x to the power 1 by 2. So when you do 1 by 2 add 1 here, so that would give us 3 by 2, and we will write in denominator 3 by 2. And in definite integration, we don't need to put the constant of integration. Instead of that, we just put the definite limits there. And now let's just see how we can solve it further. So for solving it further, what we can do is, we can put this 2 in the numerator, and that would get multiplied with this 4, and that would give us 8 under root 2 x to the power 3 by 2, and then we have this 3 in the denominator, so we can write it down like this, and we can just put the limits in the term of x. So let's just see how we can apply that. So if we apply the limits here, firstly we will apply the upper limit, that is here, and for that will give us 2 to the power 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2 would be 0 only. So now let's just see what would we get next. So the next step would be 8 under root 2 upon 3, and for finding out 2 to the power 3 by 2, we can just split it as like this: 2 to the power 1 into 2 to the power 1 by 2. Why is that? Because when we have the same base in multiplication, we can just add their powers, and we just keep the base same. So now students, for solving this out further, what we can do is, we can write it as 8 under root 2 3 multiplied by 2 times 2 to the power 1 by 2 is nothing but under root 2. So that would definitely gives us, when you multiply 8 and 2, you would get 16, and when you multiply under root 2 and under root 2, we will get 2 upon 3, and that would definitely lead us with a final answer, and 16 times 2 is 32 divided by 3. So this is our required area in square units, we can say. So we can write at the end that therefore required area is 32 upon 3 square units, and that is our final answer for this question. So we can just underline that here, and this is our final answer
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.